Okay, here are the assignment instructions for the virtual presentation topic proposal. So, first, before we get into that, just very briefly on the purpose of the assignment. So, um, my hope for all of you is that you'll have opportunities, and I think you likely will, to share knowledge, to present knowledge to others, either other social workers or other interdisciplinary peers. You may do these kind of presentations in the guise of advocacy. You may do them in some form of clinical rounds, or continuing education for social workers or for other behavioral health professionals. So this gives us an opportunity. With that in mind, this gives us an opportunity to practice doing a little kind of a mini webinar or a podcast, if you will. By mini, I mean 5 to 10 minutes in duration. So just an opportunity to dabble in those skills if you've never done it before, or hone those skills some more if you have done it in a supportive environment. Okay, so that's the idea behind the assignment. So to get started with the topic proposal, let's take a look at the outline. I'm going to walk you through the outline. Now, before I do that, let me just show you where to find the template. So I've made a template for you with the outline embedded in it. So just to show you that really quickly, here is your assignment module for your virtual presentation topic proposal in between Module 6 and Module 7 course content. And just open that up and you'll see the downloadable template. You'll open that and then you'll be able to download the template from there. And here's what it looks like. Okay, so you have put a little nice little school social work header in there for you, and you already have your title put in there, and you can just populate the outline. The way I would like you to do it is use each of these as a header, and then type what you're going to. Whoops, not like that, obviously, and then just put your content in here. So keep these as headers, and then just put what you're going to put in there like that. Okay, so let's come back to our outline. So let me walk you through the outline. The first one is just the I'm sorry, the topic that you're interested in. You are welcome and encouraged to go to look at a wide range of topics. I really want it to be something that you're passionate about. You do want to relate it to integrated behavioral health. And can be a little more clinical focused and policy focused. You want to try to, if it's more clinical focused, you want to try to relate some policy to it. And but anything that you can relate to integrated behavioral health, I'm pretty open to a wide range of topics. So really, what I'm most interested in is something that's relevant, but also something that you're passionate about. Okay, and you'll see as we work through here through the outline that I've cited some examples for you here. So when I was putting this together, I had just read this article here, pilot program focused on mental health care for pregnant women with substance use disorder, West Virginia. So now this article, by the way, any of you are welcome to use this article for your presentation topic. The article itself is a little bit short in length, so you would want something a little bit longer than this. If you did use this, you'd want some other articles to support it because there's probably not quite enough content in here to build a whole presentation with. It just happened to be I had just read this right before putting the outline together for you, so it was fresh in my mind, so I just went with it. Anyway, so if you took that article, for example, the idea might be IBH maternity care for underserved areas and high risk clients. Okay, so the next part is working title. All right, so this does not have to be your final title. It doesn't have to be exactly what you end up going with, but just a working title to help you get started, help begin to lay the framework for your presentation and kind of help you generate ideas for how you want to craft your presentation. Um, the only thing I say to folks is you don't reuse the article, the title of the article. One, just it's don't lift the title that's already in there for the article or one of the articles. But really, more importantly than that is I want you to have be creative, have fun with it. In terms of like, I want you to make this presentation your own. So be creative, come up with a title that is make sure it stays on, it delivers, communicate, not delivers, communicates the topic, but also feel free to be creative with it too. All right. As an example, in this instance, I wrote integrating behavioral health care with maternity care in areas where there's a lack of access to both. Okay. So put a little bit of creativity in it, made sure it stayed, within topic and that it reads professionally, but also made it my own at the same time. Okay. Next is a primary article. So that is the single. So you're going to have one article that you build your presentation off of primarily. You'll likely want some other articles to as either adjunctive content, but also, if the idea is also to take a position on the topic that you're undertaking, and so you want some additional literature to or data to support your what your position is in it, which is really the whole point is to take this topic and formulate your based on your own experiences, and in schoolwork and personal experience, professional experience, and formulate your own impressions about and recommendations regarding the topic. Okay. So, brief introduction. You'll see some examples here. Again, just a mid to mid length paragraph, 5 to 7 sentences, brief description of the topic itself, and then the objective is really just to state the goal and purpose of your paper. That paragraph doesn't even need to be necessarily as long as the introduction paragraph. Really, just it's to what do you want to accomplish in here? What do you want to communicate to the viewer? Okay, and you see a little bit more there about that. Along the way, again, I've written some examples based on that article I showed you. Okay, and then finally, motivation section. Again, doesn't need to be long. Just about why you chose this topic, why it's important to you. It might be something very personal. You're welcome to share that. If it is very personal and you're not comfortable sharing that, well, you don't have to. You can certainly just say, well, it is something that I have a personal connection to and feel passionate about it for that way. And you don't need to go into detail if you don't feel comfortable doing so. If you are comfortable doing so, it can help make your presentation more compelling to the viewer. Now, of course, in this case, you're just doing this for me. And I'm certainly not going to sit there well, that's a pretty superficial motivation. I don't like that, right? I'm not going to do that at all. I'm just going to challenge you to see what you come up with in terms of, what grabbed your attention about this particular topic. And to that end, it does not need to be something that you have some direct personal experience with. Sometimes we see things around us or through media that just really grab our heartstrings, and wow, I just find myself getting really excited about that, even if it's mad excited. So that's okay too. All right, so I'm going to stop this video here. In terms of the presentation outline itself, I'm going to walk through that separately. I'm actually going to there's a slide template that goes along with the presentation outline, and I'll walk you through the presentation outline in the slide format just to I think it may be, in terms of assignment instructions, more effective that way. But that is the sum total of your assignment instructions for the topic proposal assignment.